Hello my YouTube friends! If you love live streaming like I do, I know you spend hours creating stream assets, testing streams, and then of course hours and hours that you spend live streaming entertaining an audience. The last thing you really want to do is spend time learning to edit and combing through hours of footage to create videos. And the problem is that creating content from your streams gives you so much more opportunity to grow an audience. In fact, realistically, to grow, you need to create recorded content. Well, today I'm going to show you a tool that will basically do it for you. And the best part is it's free to use. So you know what? Let's get to it! The software I want to show you today is called Powder AI. It's easy to install and it runs local on your machine, which I absolutely love. There is a link in the description so you can download it and follow along here, and it's free, so why wouldn't you? Let's install it. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to this page right here. There is a link in the description down below, of course, and you can see right up here, it says Powder is now free for gamers. They just want as many people as possible to use this to check it out and see how it works. So go ahead and click download for PC. And it gives you some instructions right here and all that good stuff. But, you know, I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff. So all we have to do is go into our downloads folder. And there is Powder Launcher right there. And we can just double click and accept the terms and click install. And bada bang, it's going to put it on your system. Very easy. And boom, it's on your system. You just sign up with your email, which of course, it's a free product. Of course, they're going to ask for your email. They're not going to spam the crap out of you. So you're going to be okay. And you just agree to the terms. And you tell them that you're 16 or older. And you put your email address in here. Then, of course, you get a confirmation in your email. You're just going to want to put it in here. So you just put your confirmation in there. Click next. And you put your username in there. Click next. And you connect it to wherever you want to connect to. So if you're using Twitch, you're going to want to connect to Twitch. If you're using YouTube, you're going to want to connect to YouTube. In my case, of course, I'm using YouTube. So you're going to want to click here and click continue and open Powder. And there we go. We can just click next now. We are connected to YouTube. You could be connected to Twitch. You can connect to both and you're all set. You can import your stream very easily if you'd like. You can see all my YouTube content is basically right here. So I can import or whatever. This just shows what is in my YouTube. So it's a really simple install and it only takes a couple of moments and it's totally free. I work really hard to try to create content I think you're going to enjoy and that it's going to help you become a better live streamer. And sometimes I hit and sometimes I miss, but it's really hard to know for sure. And that's where you can really help me out. If you like this content, do me a favor and leave me a thumbs up. And if it's not your cup of tea, leave me a thumbs down. Now, if every single person watching this video right now leaves me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it's going to let me know whether this is the kind of content you like or not. I really do appreciate it, so thumbs up and thumbs down right now. Let's get back to the video. Now we have it all installed, and I told you it was really simple. Let me show you how it works. So this is what the overlay looks like when you start it up and you have some videos on your channel. Now you can see these are just videos, they're not live streams. And even if they were live streams, this particular software is geared towards gaming live streams. I'm just going to go ahead and close that down like that so it's not confusing for folks. So what do we have? We have our sources, we have clips, and we have montages. We're going to get into all three of those. We have our start analyzer and some settings down here. So let's go over our settings. You got your download folder. This is where it's going to download the videos to store them so they can be analyzed. Then you have a clips folder. When you clip out these videos, it's going to go into the clips folder. And then when you create montages from those clips, it's going to go into this folder. So you can go ahead and change or adjust these to whatever you want. Then you can set your storage limit, how much of your hard drive it can actually take up. And you can talk about your storage usage right here. It's going to tell you how much those files are taking up right there. If we go over into general settings, you can start it at boot. So if you're going to be using it a lot and you want it to just start up, you could do that. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that. And you can check for updates to the software by clicking this button right here. Next we have our recorder. So it has a hotkey set up to start and stop recording. And you can activate and deactivate your microphone right here. And here we're going to set up our microphones. So let's go ahead and select the proper microphone. And this is the audio output device. In other words, how are you going to listen to it? And then you can select which monitor you want to capture. So if you're trying to just capture a monitor, it will do actual video recording of a specific monitor as well. So we'll just leave that go. We can select recording quality right here. So do we want to record in 4K, 1080p, 720, all that kind of stuff, very nice. And of course the frame rate is right here. So this will actually not just record your voice, but it will record one of the screens. You can see I have 3 screens. I'd have to figure out which one it's talking about, but there you go. So you can easily record even a video that you would set right over top of the screen. Very cool. Then we have patch notes right here, and it's going to show you what was fixed and adjusted in each of the versions of the software. So that's all of the settings. Then you have this right here, which shows you what you're connected to. You can connect to Discord, Twitch, or YouTube. As you can see, I'm connected. And you can go ahead and change your icon and your information right here. Just select whatever you want. You can also log out if you choose. Now if we go up here, you can see that we can just go right into the Discord for Powder. And we can continue and connect up with Discord. And you can start and stop recording. So it's a really, really super simple overlay that is pretty easy to learn. We're going to go back to sources here. And because we are not going to be using my channel because it's not game related, Powder was kind enough to supply me with some other live streamers who do gaming. And of course a couple from my audience that we're going to load in here. Alright, so let's add some media in here. We're going to go to import a video. And we can connect to Twitch if we want Twitch assets, or YouTube if we want YouTube assets. We can use an MP4 file if we've already downloaded the stream that we want to import right here. Or we can import from a link, which is what I'm going to do. So we're going to start with an Apex Legends streamer, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick this link right in here. We'll click next. Now you can see that Apex Legends comes up, but usually it's going to come up with universal game support, and you have to select the game that you're using. Now if the game isn't listed, it's perfectly fine to just use universal game support. So it can't pick up cues off the specific game if you're using universal game support, but it can still have a whole bunch of different cues that it can pick up on, and I'll kind of show you a little bit about that later. But for now, we know that this is Apex Legends, so we're going to go ahead and select Apex Legends as the training sequence, and then all we have to do is go ahead and click Analyze. The first thing it's going to do is go ahead and download our Apex Legends footage from Lucky Shots, and we can see right over here this is a 5-hour stream, so it's going to take some time for it to download all of that footage. And once the download is finished, it'll begin the automatic analyzation with the AI. And this can take quite a bit of time. Let me stop this and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's finished analyzing your video. Alright, so it finished up the analysis here. Now it's just loading up the clips. And you can see that we have different clips based on different types of events. So we can select the clips that'll play over here. And they have these little icons here on these clips that kind of tell you why it was selected. And we have a list of events right here that it's selected. Now you can decide which of these events you feel is important to you. So for audio events, these have nothing to do with the specific game you're playing. So if you have no game and you just select the generic one, these are the things that it will key off of: laughter and, a powder pick, which is, just a data set that goes off of actions that it's seen in the past that were good. Loudness spikes, you can also do a beta for screaming. Video events. So here we have ones that are specifically AI driven off of the game that you're playing. So victories, knockdowns, kills, kill assists, all this sort of stuff right here. So the video events are based on the specific game that you're playing and the model that was built to support it. Then we've got other events. So if the chat were to spike, it could be considered an event or a community clips spike. So you can go in here and adjust this to select any of them or uninclude any of the ones that are in here if you don't want them to be included. Then you can adjust the number of clips for 10 moments, 50 moments, 100 moments, and it can adjust that out so you get as many as you need or you want. You can also search the transcript. So if you know you were having a conversation in any given video that had to do with something that you feel like you'd want to be in a clip, you can just put it in here. So if we were talking something important about Twitch or something like that, we can go ahead and have it search for the times that Twitch was mentioned, and it can add that in as well. And when it does, you can see that it adds these little icons here. So we've got the icons here telling us about what it is, and then we have these. So keywords, that's the Twitch right here, and it's in here twice, as you can see. A loudness spike right here shows up, and a chat spike right here when the chat gets excited. We can also watch these clips and adjust the in point and out point of any of them as we see fit. So if we just want it to end right here or whatever, once we watch it, we can adjust it however we want, and then we can go ahead and save the clip out. So when you select a clip, it automatically plays, so we can decide whether it's something we want to use because of the keywords or the community spike or whatever we want. Now we can also go ahead and remove this, and it will remove those keywords. Since it's already analyzed it, anything that we add will just take seconds to come up over here. So we can easily search all of the transcripts and everything once it's analyzed, and it will come right up. It doesn't have to reanalyze anything. It's ready to go. So when we select this clip, we can go ahead and pause it here. We can see we've got a loudness spike and a victory right here. And we've got a chat spike and a powder pick. So those are kind of basically right on top of one another right there. And we can zoom it and all that sort of stuff. And let's just go ahead and save this clip out. Let's just say we wanted to put together a video about kills. So basically what we can do is go in here and we can just deselect everything except for kills. And there we go. So now the only thing that's going to show up in here is stuff that contain kills. It just so happens in this video that it's only identified one kill. So we can obviously save that as a clip, and then when we analyze other videos, we can add those in as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to change this up, and instead of kills, we're going to uncheck that, and we're going to select victories and see if we get more there. So how many victories do we have? We have a bunch of clips for victories. So if we wanted to put together a video just based on victories from this particular session, we could do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're just going to select kills. And we're going to go ahead and create a montage video based on those kills. But the first thing we have to do is just catch them. So we've got it here, and then we've got a knockdown and an assist. What we would do is probably go through here and then just decide at what point we want to go ahead and stop the footage. So once we do that, and let's just stop it right there, and we'll go ahead like that, and we'll save that clip. And now we're done. So what we want to do is go and load up another clip, and you can see once that's extracted, that clip is going to be over here. So we've got two clips here, and that's because it saved that other clip that I clipped to save. So this is the clip we're looking for. We can actually remove this clip if we want. When we select this clip, we can go up here and we can just delete it. And so there we go. So now we just have our kill clip in here. What we're going to do is we're going to load in some more sources and see how many kill clips we can get. So let's do that. So you can also see I can download multiples at a time. All I have to do is go into our import video and put our link in here and click next, and it will start downloading. Then I can click back. We've got all 3 of them coming in here and being downloaded and analyzed at the same time. So you could do a whole bunch of clips at the same time, download them, and you can walk away and do something else while you do. So this one is over an hour, this one is 3 hours, and this one's 3 hours and 56. Those are relatively long streams. So it's going to take some time for them to download and analyze. But you can do multiples at the same time. Just kind of let it work in the background and do other things. So we have our 4 videos loaded up. Let's go ahead and clip them out. We'll start with this one right here. You can see when we drop down events, we just have the kills marked out. Needless to say, if you are the creator of the content, you're going to pretty much know what you're looking for. Since I didn't actually create this content, what I'm going to do is take a couple of seconds, walk through the footage, and just try to clip out the segments that I want. And so in this particular case, we're going to be looking from right here, and there we go. And then we get this flash right there, and I like that. So boom. So we've got this clipped up, and I'm just going to go ahead and save the clip. So now we can move on to the second one, and we can see that it takes a couple seconds for it to come up, and we can watch through it. And these are all pretty short clips. We can make them longer, we can make them shorter. This has a couple of knockdowns in it as well. And boom. So what we're going to do is go ahead and drag this over here. And we'll drag this, let's see, over. That works, and we're going to save that clip. And so we can just quickly knock through all of these. We're going to go back here, and we're going to move on to the next video. But you kind of get the idea of how this works. So let's come back when we're done, and I'll show you the clips section. So now we've gone through each one of these, and we've saved out kill clips that we tightened up a little bit. And if we go into clips, you can see them all here. So we had 1 from this video, and 3 from this video, and 5 from this one, and 3 from this one. So we can select any one of these clips and mess around with the layout. Let me show you what I mean. So you see over here, we've got 16 by 9, and we can change up the layout there, or we can set it to 16 by 9 if we want to export it that way. We can edit the layout by clicking on here, and this is really, really cool. So if we scroll down here a little bit, we have all these sections. So we have this red section here, which is obviously this full piece here. But we have this orange section, which gives us that right there. We have the camera section that we could cut out. We could have, and we have this these sections down here. So let me show you how these are created. We can go ahead and load the templates, and in this case the Apex Legends template is already loaded, which is what's giving us this current layout right here. So we've got this, and then these showing up, and we've got our little weapon down here in the corner, and you can see I can move these boxes to change any of these layouts. So if we wanted to modify this, we can just, stretch this out, and boom, it modifies it up over here. And we could take this, move it around anywhere we want in the UI over here on the 16 by 9. So if we wanted this stretched like that so we could see all that, boom, there we go. And we can shrink it down here if we want, like that. And we can actually give us one more. So let's add another one. We'll bring this down to the bottom, and we're just gonna mark it up like this, and there we go. And now we have us, and we can just take this and kind of place it anywhere we want. So now we have our camera, and we could place it wherever we want. And then what we can do is save as, and we can save our template as, there we go. And we save our template, and now every time we load up Apex Legends, we'll be able to select this template. We can go in here and actually physically title these if we want to. So you can see that when I select this, we can move it up and down and all around. All that kind of stuff to change up the way that we see our items. So you kind of have to have your background all the way at the bottom, so the rest of this stuff will be placed on top of it. So if I were to move this one all the way down here, you could see it disappears from there. So we got to move it up above this background one right here, so we can just name it. And we can tell that it's the background. I mean, you're supposed to be able to tell because of the colors, but they're very similar. So if we move this background all the way up here, you see we don't get any of the other stuff. So we move that all the way back, and then we can kind of play around with these other ones in order to see what disappears. So if I do that, you can see that we get this box disappearing. So we can name that. If we take this red one right here and we move it, we could see that that is our camera. So we can definitely name that camera, and so on. And you only have to obviously do this once, because once you do, then every time you come in here, it's going to be loaded up. So we've got our overlay loaded up, and look at that. That looks awesome. You have everything that you need. You can change the layout, mess around with it all you want. Very, very cool. So we can create 16 by 9, or we can create this, which is just the full screen, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and first we'll create a kill video that's just of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to check these boxes right here, and we'll go ahead and just check them all. Why not? And we can go in and edit the videos in beta, but we just did that. We know what our layout is going to be, so we could create an automated montage. Now if you go over here, you can see we can export vertical, export horizontal, or delete. We're going to create an automated montage, and we can select vertical or horizontal. So for this particular case, let's go ahead and select horizontal. And it's just going to go through and create our montage for us. And now we can watch it. So you can see this is all of 2 minutes long. We've got a montage of kills. And we can literally release this directly to any of our channels and title it, you know, classic kills or epic kills, you know, 10 best kills, whatever. You know, and now you've basically spent just a few moments and created an entire video full of kills. And you could do this with any moments in your live stream. You could do funniest moments or classic moments. It's all based on what you decide to choose. And it's super simple to put this together. And obviously I did this on the fly with footage that I've never seen. You obviously would have actually been involved in the footage. You know what it is. It's going to make it really easy for you to clip out the moments because they already parse them out for you. And then you can have simple ways to just create epic videos with a narrative that you want. And these sorts of videos do really well. So there we go. Now we've got a montage. If we go back into clips, let's see. So we want this one. We're going to go and select it. And you could see that it doesn't have that template applied to it. So we're going to go and edit the layout. And we're going to select the proper layout here. And import it and apply it. So now we have it there. I want to see something here. So we're going to go here. And we're going to edit the layout and apply to whole session. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to load. We're going to add this into our thing. And we're going to apply it to the whole session. So that means that all of these will have it applied now. So there we go. Now there's an easy way we can just do the whole thing. Let's see. None of these have it applied, so we can just edit the layout. We can go and load it up. And we're going to select the new layout, import it, and we're going to apply it to the whole session so that now every one of these has our layout. And there we go. One of these has that layout, but we want them all to have the layout. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this, we're going to edit the layout, and we're going to apply it to the whole session. So now all of these now have our specific designed layout. So what we can do is, once again, we'll just select the videos that we want. And we'll go. Once we have the videos selected that we want, we can edit the videos. And you just have to wait a couple of seconds for everything to populate in down here. And then you can play through them and watch them. You can drag and move them like that, so you get them in an order that you like. Very simple. You can also go all the way out here to the end and see how long it is. This happens to be 52 seconds. And we can go back and add the clips. We can change the layout, and we can add captions if we want. So we can just generate captions that would show up right on our screen. And you can see it puts it right on the screen. And we're going to go and we're going to move it like that. And you can reset the captions, regenerate them, all that kind of stuff. We can undo the captions. We can remove them. If we don't like something in the captions, we can modify it and edit it, for foul language or whatever we want to do. So now when we're done, we can just generate our montage. We can also turn the captions on or off here. And the only thing that I don't see is the ability to take these captions and move them somewhere else. If you didn't want them here, you wanted them down here. I don't see the ability to change or move that. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I haven't found it. It's so easy to add the captions, and you kind of have to when you're releasing to TikTok or something. So we could generate the montage right there. And so now we can watch it. And there we go. So now we've got our TikTok stuff all ready to go. You can see that the captions are in there. And all of our overlays are in there. It looks exactly like we want it to look. It was exactly 52 seconds. And this is now ready to be published. So we can go into montage. We now have our vertical montage, and we have our full montage of kills right here. We can name these and upload them directly to YouTube or wherever we want these to be posted. Super easy. This tool is absolutely amazing. And I think what I love the most about it is the ability to go in here and select the events that you wanted to clip out. I mean, this makes it easy. If we just wanted to document victories and, talk about epic wins, well, there you go. We could easily do that. We can go through the audio events and pull out laughter or screaming, and we can do, all-time funniest clips. And, it's so easy to find this stuff because the AI just pulls it out for you. You don't have to search through hours of footage. You just let it search the footage. You go in there when it's done, and you have all this stuff aggregated. Loudness spikes. So if somebody screams or yells, you can look and see what that is. It's so easy. Chat spikes and community clip spikes, which is awesome. If your chat goes nuts for some reason, well, you can kind of see what's going on. Why did that happen? You can take a look at it and see if it's something that you want to put together in a video. This is such a ridiculously powerful thing. And if you've been streaming for a year or 2 years and you spend the time to aggregate all of your content in here, you're going to be able to find all of your special moments, put together some incredible videos that take almost no time, and you've got extra content that's gonna get views. I absolutely love this, and you know what? It's free, so you should definitely check it out. As easy as this is to use, there really isn't any more excuses not to be putting up content that's going to help your channel grow. And it's only going to get better with time. Is there a feature that you want to see? Powder AI folks are definitely watching, so let them know down below in the comments. And if you want to see the plugins I never stream without, you should check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.